Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Friends in the Wild podcast. Again, we're so glad you're here. Welcome, 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 and happy Valentine's Day weekend.
Happy V-Day weekend, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. It's been a while since we've sat down and chatted because we've been batching episodes.
Yeah, especially virtually, and I'm so not happy to be on a
Yeah, me either.
virtually recording today. I just think that nothing beats an in-person episode.
And I really wanted to do this episode in person because we're talking all about Galentines and being best friends, and we have to do that remotely.
Which just sucks. Like it's so much
Yeah.
better to be best friends side by side.
It really is. And whose fault is that, truthfully? Like, at the end of the day, you moved. Not
Yeah,
to
but
point any fingers, but if I had to, they'd all point at you.
well, but like you also like could move. I'm just saying like that is an option.
Don't even try to twist this.
Like if you're
You
like
little
really that
narcissist.
if you're like really that dedicated to living near me, you could move. Like it is possible.
I'm having a little trouble seeing your perspective, so
Okay, well
we're just
that's
gonna have to
fine.
mosey on past this topic because obviously I'm right and you're wrong.
Okay, well
Speaking of how much we love friendship.
this week we are talking about girl friends, female friendships. We're celebrating Galentine's Day. I think that this is really perfect for Valentine's Day weekend because I've been saying this to everyone. Valentine's Day is a girl holiday. Like it's
Yeah.
for girls. And yes, like your husband or boyfriend or whatever should get you flowers and, a little something, but like it's like Galentine's.
Yeah.
Valentine's in this day and age is Galentine's. Like you're celebrating your friends with your friends, maybe having a
And
little party.
it's so girly. All the
It's
pink,
so
all the
girly.
red.
Yes, the hearts.
Yeah, it's just a holiday for the girls.
It is, and I love
And
it.
I do too. And I think that often our Galentines are overlooked. We
I think
focus
so
so
too.
much on your significant other.
Yeah,
You forget who's been there.
we don't have like a day set aside to celebrate friendships. So like just think like the girls should take over Valentine's Day, and I think that's what we have done.
Yeah, this is reminding me, I don't know if you remember, but in high school, we had a Galentine's Day party our
Yeah,
freshman year of high school. And
we had it every year.
our Galentine's, well, it started then.
Yeah,
And it kind of caused a little bit of uproar
yeah, because
because
on
we were
one.
extremists, is what
We were extremists. Yes.
In order to be invited to said Galentine's Day party, you had to be single. You could not have a boyfriend.
If you had a boyfriend, you literally couldn't come. Like you were
No,
not welcome.
You were not invited.
No.
And unfortunately, we made that known. We were psychotic.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was funny because it didn't really cause like a lot of drama. People kind of just accepted it. They're like, "Oh, I have a boyfriend. Like I can't
They're
go
like,
this year."
yeah, I get it. I can't have a friend that's a girl if I have a man.
Yeah. Like why
Luckily,
would
my
we do that?
boyfriend broke up with me a month before, so I barely made it in the nick of time.
It
Truthfully,
was perfect timing. And we're
perfect
really
timing.
glad that he took that sacrifice for us.
You must have not had any prospects because you hosted.
Yeah, there was no hope for me freshman year.
The roster was so bone dry that you hosted.
Actually so funny. Yeah, it was. I was like not interested. I didn't
We
even have
should
like
post a picture of us at our
we
Galentine's
should.
Day.
I remember that was an era of my life where I was like obsessed with this was a long era, but I was obsessed with like reading Teen Vogue and like kind of fashion and stuff. And all of those girls, like kind of like the Emma Chamberlains of the world, people like that, actual trendsetters, were wearing their button-up shirts buttoned all the way up, like to the top button. And
Yeah.
on that Valentine's Day party, I thought I was gonna be cool like that. And I wore it was a black and white plaid flannel shirt with like little hearts sewn on it. It was really cute. But I wore it buttoned all the way up, and like I still look back on those pictures and I'm like, yeah, that wasn't doing what I thought it was doing.
But we were 15.
Yeah,
The dress
we were
I wore
probably
was actually
14.
pretty cute. My dress was cute, but
Okay.
my side part, Over here, beside my ear.
That's something we need to
We
discuss.
were balding.
We had comb overs. Like they were so ugly. All of our hair was parted on the side of our head, and it was like the deeper the
Yeah.
better.
Oh, 1000%. I vividly remember my mom talking to me and being like, "You should like try to part your hair in the middle. I think it would be so beautiful." And I was like, "That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
No,
Why would I? That's like sentencing me to death. I would be the
literally.
ugliest person at school, Mom."
A girl in my little brother's grade was bullied because she had a middle part. Like that was what they were bullying her for.
Thank God I didn't listen then. I'd have been bullied. I
But
mean,
honestly, like you would have been onto something. Those that was so ugly. We could have just done like a slot side part. No,
yeah.
over here.
Well, I just wonder when the side parts are going to come back because it's just a ticking time bomb. Like it's going to happen.
I don't think it'll ever be like
Not as drastic.
we had side part blindness for sure.
Without a doubt. When I say I was balding, it took years for me to
I
get my
know.
hair to, and like still look, this side is still a little higher.
Mine is too.
This side,
Yes.
it's
Yeah,
like
it's like
permanent.
so much thicker on one side. On this
Yeah,
side where like my it was covered all those years. Yeah.
man.
It's atrocious. And like some of the pictures from it was really even bad senior year.
Oh, it was bad all through high school.
Like
Even
COVID.
like my freshman year of
Yeah,
college, you know what? COVID may have saved us
it
actually.
did. COVID saved us because I remember it was like right after I was like leaving the house a little bit after COVID. I remember going out and I was like Snapchatting some dude and I remember thinking like, "Oh my gosh, that looks so cute. What is it?" Like I remember thinking like, "Whoa,
What is
like
cooking?
I feel really pretty right now. What's going on?" And then I was like, "Wait, my hair is parted toward the middle." So then throughout the course of the day, I kept moving my part more toward the middle. And I was like, "Oh, I'm beautiful." Wait,
Oh, I'm not the ugliest person on
I'm
the
not a
earth.
hideous troll anymore. It
And
was
I
just like a
remember,
click one day.
yeah, I remember when I started to slowly millimeter, whatever the smallest measurement ever is, my part towards the middle of my head, someone would say something to me. I'd be like, no, back to the side I go. Like, no one needs to
I
notice that I'm
know.
making a change. Just let me
I know.
change. Nobody say anything. I
And
really want to
honestly,
find, like, the specific date in which I freed the side of my head.
I know the exact I could show you a picture of the exact day that I changed mine.
Really?
Mhm.
I don't think I have an exact day, but I'm gonna need to find it.
But neither of our parts now are like dead middle. Is yours dead
No,
middle?
no, we
Mine isn't either.
refuse.
I can't fully let it go.
Sometimes I will. It
Yeah.
depends. Like on a slick back, sometimes I will.
You look really pretty with a straight middle part because your face is symmetrical.
Why?
So
I just told you to like let me change in silence. Why are you bringing this?
I said you look beautiful with a
No,
dead middle part.
that's how I felt in high school. If someone was like, if my mom had been like, Mally, your hair looks so pretty parted in the middle, I'd be like, why are you saying this to me?
Yeah.
I'm not changing who I am to my very core. Like this is who I am, mom. And even at prom,
Yeah.
they'd be like, right here. I'm like, no, further, further, keep
No.
going. And it's like you can't tell where there's naturally a bald line right there. That's where I want it.
It makes me sad because I look back on pictures and they're such cute pictures. Like we were so happy. We were having so much fun and our hair's parted on the side of our head.
But you know what? It was a moment,
I know. It's like time stamped and I
and we were
appreciate that.
proud of it.
We
So,
were. Okay,
Kayla,
one more thing sorry, are you done?
it's okay. Yeah, I guess.
I didn't mean to interrupt. Um,
No, I'm good.
one more thing before we jump into the stories, unless you have something else. I wanted to talk about how I think people are overcomplicating Valentine's Day a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yes, I think that the expectation for Valentine's Day should be like flowers, a very thoughtfully written card or letter, and like a box of chocolates or like a Lego set, like something small, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's all you need. I really think that it shouldn't be like Christmas level gifts for Valentine's Day or like a huge Valentine basket. And those are super cute, and those they can be like however big or small. But like I think that our expectations for Valentine's Day are a little heightened.
Yeah. I have the same opinion. I think that Valentine's Day is like a nonchalant kind of.
Yeah.
Like, I would rather spend money on a dinner instead of a
Hmm.
gift for me.
Yeah.
Except for flowers. I do want flowers.
Yeah, flowers and dinner is like perfect.
Yeah, and maybe just like a little sweet something, a card, like you
I
said.
think a card is perfect with a little note, ideal.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I just see
agree.
people posting, and it's like, $150 gift for Valentine's Day.
Pop off, I guess.
Like, yeah, whatever floats your boat. But
Whatever. Like,
I
fine.
just think like we shouldn't. I don't think that should be like the expectation.
Yeah, like a big ticket item for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, and we've just had Christmas.
Yeah.
Your
I don't know how y'all
significant
are
other's
financially
yeah, like
recovered this quick.
your significant other's birthday is sometime in the year. You have like a vacation in the summer, probably, that you're all like everybody's going to be spending money on. I just think like we can't have something once a month where it's like a big gift, you
Yeah.
know?
Well, I mean, because then, in my case, April, Colin's birthday.
Yeah,
May, Mother's Day. June, our anniversary. So it's just always something right after another.
yeah. I do think like maybe as a couple you should pick like what's more meaningful to you, Valentine's Day or your anniversary, and do like
Oh,
a bigger thing
anniversary.
then. But I know it's totally anniversary, but like you can't do both, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Unless you're rich. We're kind of
Yeah,
just outing ourselves right now.
as poor
Unless you're
people.
so wealthy.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, just say you're poor.
But I feel like as with everything everybody's like always comparing. It's like, "Oh, my man
Oh, yeah.
didn't get me $500,000 concert tickets for Valentine's Day. He hates me." And that just is silly.
Um, I feel like this year, Valentine's Day is kind of just like Colin has to work, so I have zero plans for Valentine's Day. It might
Mhm.
be more of just like a self-love kind of day. I
I
might just
love
be
that.
loving myself.
It's a celebration of
Um,
love in all forms.
yeah. So it'll be a little bit different, but that's okay.
Totally. All right, wanna jump in?
I'd love to jump.
Do we want to go into our questions or do a little intro?
Let's do a little intro and give our opinions really quick, just
Okay, go
on
ahead.
female friendships and kind of what inspired this episode. And we kind of already talked about Valentine's Day being for the girls, but specifically just female friendships, truthfully. Um, and female friendships slash having a best friend. I
Mhm.
think that, and we kind of talk about this a lot, but what do we not talk about a lot? We talk about the same things all the time. I think that having like a true best friend is like once in a lifetime experience. Um, and I feel so bad for people who never get to experience what having a best friend is like, even though like that same person could have like an amazing spouse, an amazing partner. If they've not had a best friend aside
Mhm.
from their partner, I'm not saying that your partner shouldn't be your best friend. I totally get that sentiment. But having like a same gender best friend
Mhm.
is like one of the, if not the most powerful relationship you will have in your life. And I know that might sound crazy, like saying that a friendship could be greater than a relationship with your spouse or a relationship with a sibling or something like that. But I kind of do believe that. It just, I don't know. It's so hard to explain unless like you also agree. I think that having a best friend in your spouse is very important, but there's some things, specifically talking about females. Colin and I don't experience the same thing with the same emotions. It's hard for us to sometimes relate genetically. He's a man, I am a woman. We are going to experience emotions differently. But when I have like you as my best friend and go like we experience the same things with the same emotions, so we
Mhm.
relate to each other that way. And genetically, like anatomically, our buildup of how we feel, how we experience is the same because we're women.
Mhm.
And I think that that is just so important. And I truthfully, like, I feel so bad for people who never get to experience that. I feel like I'm saying a lot of things without trying, like, actually saying what I mean, but it's really just hard to put into words.
No, I
It's
I totally get what you're
how
saying.
special it is.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I feel the same. I think like it's incredibly special to have like an actual best friend, especially like a very long-term best friend.
Mhm.
Um, but I feel like everybody has a little bit of this is something I wanted to say on this podcast. Um, I feel like everybody has a little bit of like something they feel like they're missing, like a relationship that they feel like they're missing. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah.
Because like you see it on social media or whatever, and maybe it's like a big friend group of women or like a co-ed friend group with guys and girls with, you know, like or like a couple friends that you're missing, or like you don't have a sister or you don't, you know, like everybody feels
Mhm.
like, I think this is just my theory.
Yeah.
Everybody feels like that they don't have some relationship, but I've been thinking a lot about this recently. Like I feel like it's so important to be you even if you don't have like that one thing or like even multiple of those things. You can't be feeling sad about that when you're feeling grateful for the friendships that you do have, the incredibly like special, enriching friendships that you do have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and as you were saying that, I think that what makes having a best friend so different is that there's resemblances of each of my relationships in my friendship with my best friend. Like the part that like I can experience a maternal love with you because you are a
Hmm.
woman. You also know what a maternal love, even though we're not mothers yet, but like one
Yeah.
day, and even like towards certain like Kaylor and Cohen, like I do feel like I have a little bit of a maternal love towards them because I am a woman
Hmm.
genetically. And like with Colin, like the companionship of that, I also feel that with you. It's just like every good thing that I have in all my individual relationships, my relationship as a sister, like I feel the same kind of love and protectiveness towards you. Like
Yeah.
it's like these little qualities of all these relationships I have, they all kind of filter into a best friend
Yeah.
relationship. It's like all of them compiled on one, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Hmm. And
So,
I do think that that's kind of what makes it so special because with your like a love between like a romantic love is its own thing. Like it's kind of, and obviously like we've we're making this disclaimer over and over, but like obviously your husband is like is in a way your best friend no matter what.
yeah.
But it's sort of its own thing, but with a best friend like they can kind of be everything you need them to be, sort of. Like they
Yeah.
can kind of step up and fill in, and I agree. And I think it's also really nice to have one best friend because it's just naturally going to be a more intimate and like close relationship than you would have in a friend group,
Yeah.
large
And
usually.
I mean, it's still so important to have friend groups, but I don't know. If you just like, when you find your person, A, you don't feel there is no effort in making the relationship work. Like, you may not think that it's effort, but because of the love you put in effort, like for me and you, I don't think that I do not view it as putting in effort to make our friendship
Yeah.
last.
Mhm.
But if from an outsider's perspective, like, yeah, okay, if I drive 4 hours to come see you, that's effort. When you take time to send letters to each other, that's effort. When you schedule, like, you show up for each other if something bad has
Yeah.
happened, that's effort. But when you have such a strong relationship, it doesn't even feel like
Yeah.
you're even trying.
Yeah.
And yes, having like the big friend groups is great and surrounding your people with like your life with people who bring out the best in you, but a best friend, it's like honestly an extension of yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
Honestly.
and we talk about this a lot when we're together. Like my social battery's not drained. We could sit in the same room and not talk for 3 hours, and it would be nothing. Like,
Yeah.
I see all these TikToks all the time. It's just like, this is my twin. Like,
Yeah.
she's me.
Something that I
So,
feel a lot when I'm like, you know, with people who I'm like not as comfortable with is I'm like, man, why do I feel so anxious? Like, what would I say if this was Mally? Like, how is that like? How does that just come naturally to me? Like that
yeah.
relation, you know what I mean? Like
No. Yeah.
in some settings, I have to be like, my brain is turned on. Everything that's coming out of my mouth, I'm like thinking over 15 times. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just, I can't turn that off. Like, I wish that I could, you know? But then when you're with like you, this is kind of outside the realm of what we're talking about, but I've been thinking like, okay, just pretend it's like Mally. Like,
Are
literally,
you trying to replace him?
no, I
It's
literally have
like,
just
picture everyone in the room is naked. Picture everyone in the room is Mally.
literally, that's what I need to do to like almost like remember how I just naturally interact with people. You know what I mean?
No, I
Because otherwise
definitely get
I'm
it.
being
And it,
weird. I don't
yeah, and it can even be people like I'm comfortable with. But
Yeah.
like just hanging out, sometimes it's almost like you feel the need to keep the conversation going, or
Yeah.
you feel the need to
It's just like
ask
on
about,
edge a little more.
like, like there's just more of an effort. And it's just like, okay, I just need, and it's just me in my head being the issue. I just need to chill and take a
Yeah.
breather and be
But
normal.
it is also important to note here, I think, that when you're building a relationship, like building a best friendship, it might feel like effort more so
Yeah. And
because you're getting there, you're not
yeah,
to that point. Obviously, I mean, that's
for
just
sure. I remember like when I was in college and starting to hang out with like my friends that we formed a really close friendship. At the beginning, I was like, man, like I could never see them like coming and meeting, like, it's just hard to imagine them in
it
your life.
is. Mhm.
And then by the end of it, I was like, okay, yeah, these, like, I love these people. Obviously, like, they're coming to my wedding, and it's been
Mhm.
2 years since I graduated, and they have met my parents, and my parents know them well and ask about them. So it is, when you're starting to build that relationship, it's kind of a weird thing to imagine, but
Yeah.
it is relieving once you get to the point you're like, okay, now I can chill
Yeah.
and stop
Um,
being a try hard.
literally, that's how I feel. I do want to say one book that I read that made me like really just think about all of this type of stuff more is called it's Dolly Alderton. Dang, what's the name of this book? Everything I Know About Love. Have you read that?
Mm-mm.
It's basically a series. It's almost like a journal entries. Like it's just little stories about her life. But the main quote from it about this topic, and I think this has been viral on TikTok from like a clip from her audiobook. It's a really really good book, and um, she Dolly Alderton lives in London or somewhere in the UK, and she's just had like really great like friendships, and she writes about them. And the quote is, nearly everything I know about love, I've learned in my long term friendships with women, particularly the ones I've lived with at one point or another. I know what it is to know every tiny detail about a person and revel in that knowledge as if it were an academic subject. When it comes to the girls I've built homes with, I'm like the woman who can predict what her husband will order at every restaurant. I
Uh,
just think like it's so sweet.
yeah.
I love everybody should read that book. Every woman, especially like 20s aged women, should read that book. I just think it's really wonderful.
And I hope that we're able to articulate kind of what we feel. And if you are someone that doesn't have a best friend, this is not meant to be like discouraging or make you feel like you're missing out in any way, shape, or form. And my advice to that would be the friend that you want to have. Like, if you have a relationship, foster it, see what it would become. Like, just because you haven't met your best friend in elementary school doesn't mean that there's not someone out there that you might meet in your later adult life that will become your best friend. So if you are someone who doesn't currently have a best friend, like, don't take this as a discouragement, but maybe just use it as like encouragement to be the friend that you're looking for. So,
Yeah. I think that that is great advice, to be the friend that you're looking for. I think that's kind of the heart of it, that gets to the heart of it.
Yeah.
So let's get into our questions.
I was going to read this quick quote that I literally just saw on TikTok.
Perfect. Okay.
That as we were sitting here talking, I saw this and it felt like a personal attack, kind of, because it made me emotional. Shocker.
Okay, wait. I do want to say one more thing about the best friend thing, because I feel like we're not accurately like.
But it's hard to put into words.
I know. What I'm saying is, I don't want to. I feel like this would make people feel like they're missing out if they don't have a best friendship. And what I want to say to that is like, get a group of girls and like it's gonna be like uncomfortable. It's gonna be maybe a little awkward at first, but like, I really think that you have to put in that effort to get the ball rolling if it's something that you really value and want. If you've like moved to a new place and you don't have that many friends, like, meet people somewhere. Bumble BFF. I think that would be fine because I trust women more than I trust men. But get a group together and like, just you don't even have to host. Like, just ask them to dinner or lunch or coffee, like a low lift. See if you vibe, and then like plan a Valentine's Day party. And I really think you just have to put
Yeah.
yourself out there.
You don't have to know their deepest, darkest secret. You don't have to have this years of relationship, like I said, built up already.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't have to be each other's end all be all at the end of the day. If you don't have anyone, just put yourself out there. And maybe it's like reaching out to an old friend and seeing if they want to hang out. Like, female friendship in every form is special and
It just like
unique. So,
fills your cup. Yeah.
yeah. This is the quote, and then I promise we'll get to the questions. Of all the ways life could have paired us, it chose best friends. I think about how lucky it is that out of all the possibilities, life chose this version. Two people finding happiness in the same moment, like it was always the plan, the stars aligning just right, when we didn't even know how to ask. You were everything I needed, but didn't know I did. The person I want at coffee with me in the morning, the one that the second something funny happens, I know just who I'm going to retell it to. Of all the ways life could have paired us, I'm glad it paired me with you. And I thought that was just so sweet, and it made me
Are
really
we
sad.
are we in love?
Yeah, I think like we should, the TikTok thing where it's like, do they know it's legal?
I know. I feel like my goal in life is for people to say that about us. I want to
Did
get
we
that
tell
comment.
them about on my bachelorette trip how they thought we were a couple?
Wait,
That one
no.
waiter?
Oh, I had forgotten about that. No, tell
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, I was first of all dressed like a bum, so I guess I wasn't looking very girly independent. I
No,
was looking more
the
codependent about the
I
one.
was definitely the more male one. I
No, I
remember.
was.
Are you sure?
Yes, I know for sure when that man saw me, he was like, "This is the man in the relationship."
We were literally at like a Joe's Crab Shack or something random.
This hole in the wall, and this man was. Hey, we were exhausted too, so we were like not giving a care about anything.
Yeah.
I think we
We
had
were
just like come back from the beach or something.
we were bouncing back and forth between complete silence and then like cracking up about actually nothing.
Yeah, and we had to like tell the waiter we are not together. Like, we need separate checks. It was so funny. And I looked at her. I was like, he thinks we're gay. And I was like, should we tell them that this is for my wedding? Like, I'm marrying a man. Shocker.
Yeah, to me, your wedding to
Yeah.
me.
It's like, actually, this is the groom. Actually, the bride. I'm the groom. Anyways. Okay, so the questions we asked were, what is the sweetest thing you've seen someone do in the name of friendship? Are you wanting me to
And
read all these?
yeah, you can go.
Okay.
If that's okay. We put up an anonymous question box, so we don't know who wrote any of these, which is kind of like extra fun.
Yeah, I like that. And I feel like
I do
people
too.
liked it more too.
Me
So
too.
we respect your privacy.
People are more willing to be vulnerable if they're not just like commenting it on a
I
post.
get it. I get it.
Me too.
Okay. Long story short, I had a friend group of four, but me and one of the girls, who was my closest friend in the group, had a major falling out. I didn't want to make it a big deal and cause drama, so I never really talked about it with my other two friends. The issue really didn't involve them, so I didn't want them to be brought into it. In the end, though, they both came to me and told me that they didn't have a relationship with the other girl anymore, due to the fact that they didn't agree with the things she was saying about me. She was telling them that I was jealous and a bad friend. She even told my boyfriend that I was hostile and toxic. But in the end, my friends chose to stick by me without me even saying anything about the situation or asking them to choose sides. It just really meant a lot to know that they weren't mad at me for being the sin of our group and falling out. They knew that each story has two sides and they took the time to listen to both.
Aw, I love that.
First of all, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
You're a good friend by not bringing your other friends into it. You didn't want to
Yeah.
taint their relationship with the other girl, even though you all may not have been friends anymore. You weren't going to sabotage her other relationships. So kudos to you for being a good friend, even to someone who wasn't being a good friend back.
Yeah.
A
I think
plus.
I think it is like maybe it's hard to tell like when this would be the true mark of friendship, but I think it's the true mark that you're not that great of friends or like this person isn't that great of a friend to you if they are talking bad about you behind your back or if they're listening to other people talk about you behind your back. Like,
And not taking up for you.
yeah. It like loyalty in those types of situations are very crucial. And again, that's not always going to be there in your like lower lift friendships, but with your best friends, like they should never, ever, ever, ever be listening to someone talk about you behind your back.
Yeah.
So those are good friends.
It's like the saying, like with my mom and my sister, I feel this way. Like nobody can talk bad about them but me.
Yeah.
I feel that way about you. Like
Me
no
too.
one's allowed to speak ill on your name unless it's me, and I'm not even gonna. So
No, especially not with
no
like
one.
randos.
No, not even with my husband.
Yeah.
I will be
Another thing
fighting for my life if you ever do anything wrong.
um
Unfortunately.
another thing to note about that story is I do not understand why anyone would think that they can talk bad about you to like your boyfriend, to your husband, to
You're
your siblings, to your best friend. Like, I don't
to your
understand
people.
how people ever do that. And it happens a lot.
A lot. You would be
Like
surprised.
they're obviously gonna tell me. And even if they don't, they're gonna think you're a jerk because like people have, believe it or not, people have good relationships in their life that
Yeah.
aren't gonna
I do
stand
not
there and
get
listen
that
to them.
ever. I don't get
Me
that.
neither.
Like, why do you have the audacity? Like, this person loves me.
Yeah.
My husband
And
chose to marry me. Like,
it's
why are you
like
talking about me to him?
people do it purposefully. Like they'll say,
Yeah.
"Hey, this is your sister. I'm going to go up to you and say shiz about her."
Like, okay, what
What?
am I supposed to do? Take the red blood cells that have the same DNA as her? Hear
Yeah.
me out? Like, no.
Yeah. Blood is thicker
Like,
than water, buddy.
yeah. Like, I'm unfortunately, even if she's in the wrong, I'm gonna have to take her side.
Or at least not stand here and listen to you talk about it. Yeah. I don't get
Shut
that.
you down. Anyways, we
Anyway.
digress. This one's cute. Opened their home to me when I was going through a dark season in life. Which, then again, is just like having that. It's almost like an instinct, like a protective provider
Mhm.
instinct for those that you love. Like you would never let them go without,
Yeah.
or even have a thought of going without.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I literally made this room for you in my house. Like,
And
you'll
I
never go
love it.
without. You'll
That's
live in my box with me.
that also goes to the price of community is inconvenience thing
Yeah,
that we're always saying.
truthfully. I had two friends drive 4 hours one way to sit in my living room floor with chicken Alfredo when my dad was sick. We were playing with we played with the fussy toddler and did the deep internet dive to track down legal answers I needed at the time. Another drove 2 hours to help us shave a sheep during lambing season when I had a 2 week old and had no clue what I was doing. I think she honestly came for the baby, but still, those big drop everything gestures are something I want to be better at.
Oh,
That is so,
that is so sweet.
yeah. And
And I
like,
love
when,
how go
go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
I love how seeing other people do stuff like that makes you feel so inspired to do
Yeah.
things like that. You know,
Yeah, definitely.
goodwill
And
just like it spreads around.
truthfully. And like this is why
Contagious.
you need your our favorite quote village is like people who don't love you and don't have anything invested you in you are not going to really show up in those times. They might show up in the initial stages, but it's the ones that keep showing up and really help you get through the nitty-gritty after it's kind of fled from everyone else's mind, because that's how life is. I mean, truthfully, people's lives go on even if you're in the thick of it, but
Yeah,
it's
that
the
doesn't
friends
make.
that stay in the thick
Yeah.
and pull you through
Mhm.
that make a difference.
Totally.
Throw surprise parties for birthdays, engagements, graduations, etc. Create sentimental art. One of my besties painted my pet right before he passed, and I cherished it so much. Write letters, make them cutesy. I handwrite letters for each of my friends on their birthdays, and they love them so much more than store bought cards.
Mm.
That's really. Can you hear Colin?
Yeah, I actually could hear that. Is he rejoicing?
Yes, I think he just won at Fortnite.
Oh, congratulations to Colin. Really
um,
happy for him.
what was I about to say to this one? Oh, one of the really sweet things that I'll always cherish that Madison did for me right after Hazel died is like she got me a little bracelet and a little necklace with her stuff on it. And just like this person said, just the little being involved in like all the celebrations,
Mhm.
like helping Madison set up for the boys' birthday parties, and like
Mhm.
when you and I had your little graduation dinner at my house, and just especially more as like we become adults and we're kind of in charge of the hosting and the
Mhm.
celebrating. I think that'll be really fun to like rely on your people to make it happen.
Madison is so good about that kind of stuff.
She is
I wanna shout her
always,
out. She has. She's
yeah.
always been so good about that.
She's got her kids' faces on little basketball players. I don't
Yeah.
really know how she does all of that, but it's
But
really
even,
cute.
like, when you got into nursing school, she was texting me
Hmm.
and she was like, "We have to throw," like, we got balloons, and she was totally behind all that. She's really good at that.
She's a very good celebrator.
She is. I love it.
Okay. We had a very sudden and devastating death in our family. Just as I was putting supper on the table for my family, we got the phone call no one ever wants to get. We immediately jump up and left to go be with family. Food still on the table, dirty dishes in the sink, front door left open. When we returned home in the wee hours of the morning, I was shocked at what I saw. My best friend of many years had heard the bad news. Not knowing what she could do to help, she did something that meant so much. My kitchen was clean, food had been stored in the refrigerator, trash changed, everything perfect. She never told anyone, didn't do it for any recognition. She did it only because she loved her friend.
That
I'm I'm doing really good like not crying.
that's
That's so sad.
really, really special.
It's like your best friends are there at the highest highs and the lowest lows.
Yeah, and it's people who, when something bad happens, they wanna do something, and they're gonna
Yeah.
figure something out to do to help you, whether it's, like, cleaning your house, which is the best thing someone can do. Like, that's imagine, like, going home and having to do your dishes after, like, your dad just passed away, I mean,
Yeah.
it's little things like that that really do make a huge difference.
I mean, it's the way I mean, people have said this forever. Your space kind of entails how you feel. If
Mhm,
you're living in a cluttered mess, it's only going to weigh you down even more. And no one wants to clean. But you showing up and doing it for someone else, knowing that it's just going to relieve the tiniest burden, it's not going to measure up to anything they're going through, but just try and help in any form
mhm.
is so
That's why
sweet.
I think that people in our area, like, in really rural areas everywhere, and I'm sure in urban too, but, this is just how we grew up. Anytime somebody died, like, you're not making food for weeks. They have you stocked. I
The
mean,
old mail train.
yeah, you will have meals in your home. Like, you can't find enough eaters to eat all the food, and I think, like, that's a really nice thing. I hope that we
Yeah.
always hang on to that, and I think they're also just, like, there, like, your people, your church family, whoever is just there, like, cleaning, doing whatever.
Yeah.
Even, like, when people have babies, I feel like it's the
Yeah.
same thing. I do think we're moving away from that a little bit when people have babies, just because people don't want, um
a lot of
uh,
people around the baby.
around the baby, like in your home when you first have a baby, which is I
Old
think smart.
COVID did that to us.
Yeah, yeah,
They ruined the meal train. We'll
they
have
did.
to bring it back.
COVID took so much. By the way, have you seen the joke on the internet about how 2020 seniors are always talking about how they didn't get a graduation?
Yeah, and so what about it?
I know. Like that's me. They're adding me when they say that.
If they didn't go through it, they can't speak on it.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Everyone grieves in different ways. Like leave us alone.
I'll be grieving forever.
I
That's a wound that's never gonna heal. I'm
it's
sorry.
not. I'm sorry, but like I the people that they are talking about in that comment is literally me because I'm like, no, it really did affect us. Like
It did. We
we've
didn't get to
never
say goodbye to that chapter.
we didn't. It still feels like we're in high school.
Seriously. And unfortunately, we'll always feel that way.
Yeah.
Okay, my dad currently has a terminal lung illness, and back in November, he and my mom were on a road trip together out west, and he ended up getting pneumonia and hospitalized in San Francisco. I had just flown to Florida to visit one of my long distance besties. We had a whole week together planned out, but the first night I arrived, I got a call from my mom saying if the medicine wasn't going to help my dad in the next 12 hours, that I needed to fly out because this could potentially be the end of his life. Praise the Lord, though, because a miracle happened and he is still with us. So, of course, I was having a mental breakdown, and my friend was so calm. We had just started a wine night before, and I got the news, so she immediately gave me water and electrolytes, and then she prayed over me and my dad and was the best listener. She encouraged me to just book a flight to San Francisco, selflessly giving up our time together. We hardly ever get to see each other. She truly made me feel so at peace about going to be with my mom and dad in California, but with no guilt or burden. Then, after all my tears were cried out, she ran me a hot bubble bath with salts and a candle, and then had her boyfriend go pick up canes for me. A moment I'll never forget. The Lord knew she was exactly what I needed in that moment. I love her to death. Sorry this was long. OMG. That
That's
was gut wrenching.
that's so sweet. And
So
some
glad your dad's
people
well.
absolutely. Some people are just like wired that way. Like they're
Yeah.
just natural kind of caretakers, but it's not even really caretakers. Like you're just thoughtful. You're just like thinking
Yeah.
of so much that you can do. And I love people like that. And I think we
No.
should all try to be that way.
Truthfully,
It
yeah.
does come easier to some, but I think we should all strive for it.
It does. But also, like, I feel like she needed to go to Florida just for that. Like,
Yeah.
you were meant to go there because you needed her in that moment
Yeah. True.
without even knowing it. Okay,
That is so
those,
sweet though.
I
The
know.
bubble bath.
Yeah. And training her man to go get
I
canes.
know.
Okay. Our next question, that was all the response we had for this one. So our next one was, why are female friendships and platonic love so important? Like, I'm so proud of myself for not crying yet. This is like making me emo and just so grateful.
Me
Okay.
too.
I think it is so important to have people that aren't your significant other to spend time around and truly just get to be yourself. Whether that's crying, venting, spilling tea, or just joking around together. I love my boyfriend with my whole heart, but not even he can make me laugh as hard as my two best friends.
Yeah,
That's real.
it is.
But like, it's almost like when you're with a man, you just can't be like the absolute truest version of yourself like you can be with the girls. Because the
It's
girls get it.
yeah, it's just different. Like it even
Yeah.
like I mean, obviously I think this is just obvious. Like it's just wired in us. It's not a bad thing at all. It's just how life is. Like when you and I are with the boys, we're acting one way, right? And then we like
Yeah.
we go into a room immediately different. Like clicks
We're
off.
like, ooh.
Boy version of us clicks off. We are immediately acting different in that room.
Yeah, it's true. Like, sorry, we're
Yeah.
fake.
I don't know. Maybe
No,
that's
it's
like,
just different. It's the way we communicate. Like,
yeah. Maybe it's
it's just
like,
different.
I feel like part of it, two things I want to say. Part of it is, I feel like with them, we're always like getting them caught up to speed. You know, like we're always like, this
Yeah,
is
we're
funny
always 10
because,
step ahead.
yeah, literally, we're like, this is funny because of this, or like, this is funny because, or we're saying this because of this, like, but you and I, like, we're already there. So it's just boom,
You know
boom,
what it is?
boom.
It's a telepathy.
Yeah,
They're not in sync like we are. It's not
honestly.
clocking to them
But
like it's been clocking to
maybe it's the
us.
same for them because they have like their own stuff. Like they have sports
Yeah.
and video games and whatever they do. I don't know. Um, so yeah, that's one thing. Secondly, maybe the reason we act different in front of like guys and girls is some kind of like indoctrination that we have from growing up in like the rural South and or just like a patriarchy, really. Like we're told, like we need to get married and
Yeah.
guys are in power and like we're not. And maybe also it's like our reactions to that, to being told that our whole lives.
Could be.
Anyway,
Also, I think it's just genetics. Like,
yeah,
at the end of the day, women are going to be women. And, like, we understand each other just on a whole different level, and men understand each other on a whole different level. Like,
I
when,
guess. I don't know if men do understand each other though.
but like, a man could never understand a maternal instinct. Like, my dad has said, I
For
can never
sure.
love my children like my wife does because I didn't carry them for 9 months. I don't have those maternal instincts. I have paternal ones. I have a father's instinct, but I'll never understand a mother's love like she does because I'm not one.
Yeah.
I think that's the same thing with female friendships and male friendships.
Yeah, but what I was saying is I don't know if guys get each other the same as girls get each other.
I don't think so.
But
Maybe they do.
I do think that that's like just the era we live in because guys are like not supposed to talk about their feelings and things like that.
Yeah,
You
could
know?
be. But we're
Anyway,
going to break that stigma. Okay, next one.
maybe.
Being an introvert, I really do love my alone time. I have no problem going and doing alone. It recharges me, but there's something about having those connections that make you feel not alone or not the only one in life. A lot of my closest friends are at different life stages or have different talents. We build each other up and vent a lot. That was really sweet.
I like that. I feel um pretty introverted too. Like I think I'm
Same.
generally a very introverted person and I like to be alone. But yeah, I don't know what I don't know what I would do without my close
Yeah.
friendships still.
And I like what she said, like they all have different talents and stuff, different things they bring to the table and bring to the friendship, which I think is really important because it just makes you branch out and try something new or
Mhm.
embrace a different version of yourself.
Or even like just having better conversation, like more
Yeah.
riveting conversation. My
Yeah.
mom has always said if two people are thinking the same thing, one of them is not necessary. And I just think about that a lot.
Yeah.
So,
That's honestly true.
by the way, my mom, the star of the podcast forever and ever.
Literally.
Everyone's
She's putting
obsessed
us
with
to
her.
shame.
I know.
Okay. Women see each other in a different way than men. There's a level of empathy and equal respect that is unmatched, and women that are not scared to give their friendships compliments are truly the best gals around.
Okay, completely agree with this, particularly the like equal respect piece. I just think not that I disrespect men at all, but like especially women who have like had kids, women who have done these like incredibly challenging things that are taken like completely taken for granted. Like it's just taken for
Yeah.
granted that like women have babies. That's what they like biologically do. And I think that men are like, yeah, like that's what you're supposed to do. You've done it. Like, cool. You're a woman, whatever. But for women who either are like, will do that probably one day, or women just in general who get it more, it's like that affects your mind, body, and soul. Like that is a
Mhm.
completely transformative experience that
You will
nothing,
never be the same. Ever.
nothing men can ever do will ever compare to that experience.
Yeah.
So I do
And
like,
it's not
yeah.
like they've been able to do it like in the past. Like no man has ever related to that about a
No,
woman. So they
no.
just cannot relate.
But
Sorry.
even yeah, even if I don't wanna minimize, like, I don't want to say that having kids is the only way that I'm like that about women, because growing up with a period, like living in a like, sorry to be woo woo, but like living in a patriarchal society, like it's just a different experience.
Yeah. No, I
And
agree.
you notice different things and different patterns, and yeah, it's just like I'm gonna be respecting women just because they're women. Sorry.
Next one is kind of similar. Females understand females. Sometimes that is just what a girl needs, someone who can understand you. The same sentiment that we've been talking about. They understand you better than men can. The world would be so lonely without girlfriends, no matter how great your husband is. Facts.
Totally true.
Because it's a connection like no other. You have family love and a relationship love, but friendship love is the one that sometimes feels even deeper than the others.
Aw.
I know. And
Did you
that's all
say
it
that?
is.
Did you write that in?
I don't think so.
Because that's like exactly what you were saying earlier.
I know.
Someone else is on the
Whoever
same
wrote that in,
page.
we're on the same
You
wavelength.
guys are simpatico. No, I think that's so sweet and so true.
Yeah, definitely. It just takes all the best qualities from every relationship you have and puts it into a whole new perspective.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, we have one more that we
Oh,
got
sorry.
via Facebook Messenger. So let me pull that up. Having women who will pray for you, hold you accountable, study the word with you, and walk through life with you is life changing.
That really is so sweet.
That's a good cap note for
That
this
is
episode.
that's a great one to end on. So yeah, this is your son that this Valentine's Day, you're going to be hearing this the day before Valentine's Day, or maybe even a couple days late. The season of love never dies.
Oh,
Reach
yeah.
out to a best friend that you have. Just tell them how grateful you are. Maybe send them a card. Nothing too extravagant, as we've been over.
This is your
Valentine's Day is on
sign.
a budget.
Yeah. This is your sign to make plans with a friend.
Yeah.
I think that
Be a
that
good
will
friend.
enrich your life. Make plans, set the actual date when you're doing it, and then when the date comes, actually go on the plans.
Yep.
Go on
And
the lunch
I can
date.
almost guarantee you 100% you will be happy you did. You will
Oh,
feel
yeah.
better that you did. And it's going to enrich your life. It's going to make you feel fulfilled. So just be a good friend this week.
Yeah.
That's really all the advice I have.
And we will too. That's our challenge to ourselves as well.
We will be your all's best friends in the wild.
Yeah.
Oh, this was kind of sweet. I
Okay.
forgot that was the name of our podcast, Friends in the Wild.
Oh.
It's funny how that worked. It's
What
like
a
we planned
coincidence,
this.
I guess.
Do you have anything else you want to say?
I don't think so. I'm all
Okay.
talked out.
I know my throat is feeling a little scratchy.
Oh, no.
I might need a cup of tea.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Yeah, it
We hope you
does.
have a great Valentine's Day weekend.
Yeah, because we're both yawning.
I know. It is kind of late at night.
Don't forget, love is, as in the wise words of Olivia Dean, love actually is all around.
Did Olivia Dean say that?
She said, I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure that's from the movie Love Actually.
Or what is her song?
That's like the quote.
Doesn't she have a love all? I've
Well,
seen it
yeah,
all, I know is her song.
I've seen it. Yeah, it is about love. I love that song. Also, stream I've Seen It by Olivia Dean.
Sorry, guys, I'm just a dummy and gave Olivia Dean this quote.
That because that's like
She
the
said the
name of the
terms of
movie.
it. She said in a different version that love actually is all around. Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys, we will see you all next week. Happy Valentine's Day. See ya. Love ya. Bye.
Bye.